Thank you for asking, I tacked on politely. She hummed under her breath, eyeing me over the reading glasses she wore perched on her nose. I'd swear she didn't need them and that they were clear, but I couldn't prove it when she never took them off, and replied, I'm always interested in my staff and what they do for fun. I doubted that. Cassandra both hated Rhoda and was terrified of her. The second you got on the wrong side of her, that was the moment your career nosedived for good. Talk about a reminder that you should never meet your idols. With that thought in mind, I murmured, Plenty of fun to be had in Manhattan. I poked my thumb at the door. If you need me, I'll be in my cubicle. I started my retreat, smiling at her with a rictus that made my cheeks ache. When she didn't reply, just watched me like a snake would a mouse that had been plopped into its tank, I twisted at the last minute and darted out the door. A predator didn't have to be a man, and whenever I looked at her, she gave me the chills. She was used to buying whatever she wanted, be it with her name or her wealth, used to commanding respect for her position here, and she wore that power around her like a mantle. She thought she was untouchable. She was probably right. Shuddering, I headed toward my cubicle, unsurprised when Cassandra hissed at me, You should have left it on my desk. I only left for 2 seconds. She called for it. I mumbled as I moved past, needing to take solace in my tiny workspace. When I got there, I saw the reports that were nearly as tall as my computer and grimaced. But instead of reaching for the folder on top, which would be filled with mock-ups, and instead of checking my email, which was likely full to bursting as well, I went to Google and typed in the Astleys.
He worked here. What were the odds? I wasn't sure whether I was pissed or glad or turned on. That it was a complicated cocktail to dissect only irritated me more. What department does he work in? I demanded, turning to my executive assistant. Lizzie turned to her PA, who turned to hers until we reached the bottom of the pile, Paul. He just blinked at me. The intern? I frowned. What? You mean which department is the intern in? He's an intern? Christ, how old was he? Envisioning our tryst being splashed over the tabloids, I realized damage control might be in order. Those emergency lights could be the bane of my life. I hadn't known the dark rooms even had them until they'd flashed on, for God's sake. Yes, with the marketing department.
I overheard Rhoda praising him to Kirkland, saying that he shows promise,
Lizzie said flatly. Taken aback, I arched a brow because Jacqueline Rhoda liked no one and approved of no one. In her mind, she was God and the supreme being, meaning that everyone around her was a peon and only capable of worshipping at her feet. For her to even mention that her intern had promise made me wonder if she was banging him, and if she was it consensual, or another sexual harassment suit just waiting to happen? Keep an eye on her, I warned my team of assistants, aware my tone was grim. Pain flashing in her eyes, Lizzie heaved an impatient sigh.
She's on her final warning,
she reminded me, as if I didn't know that already. Final warnings mean nothing to her. You know she'll get a team of lawyers onto me the second I even dare fire her. I grunted, as exasperated and infuriated as my EA.